10 things every creative person must learn. So, yes, I was pondering about a few things. Being in the creative industry ना, जब आप content creation, storytelling, ऐसे कुछ niche में जाते हो जो which is very much unfamiliar to a lot of people, it's highly needed that you keep nurturing your creative spirits. And for that, I found out these 10 ways which can be of a lot of help to you. And I hope you'll be finding it as much interesting as I did as I read through this particular article and thought of sharing with you people. 1. Experts aren't the answer. हम बहुत सारे सेमिनार्स या फिर मास्टर क्लासेस या फिर वीडियोस काफ़ी सारी ऐसी चीज़ें अटेंड करते हैं या फिर देखते हैं थ्रू विच वी गेन अ लॉट ऑफ इन्फॉर्मेशन. बट हियर इज़ द थिंग, वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड कि कौन सी ऐसी चीज़ें हैं जो कि आपके लिए यूज़फुल हो सकती हैं इन द लॉन्गर रन एंड कौन सी ऐसी हैं जो कि नहीं होगी. एंड यू नीड टू फिल्टर इट आउट द राइट वे. नॉट एवरीथिंग यू हियर, नॉट एवरीथिंग you see, observe is going to be of any kind of use to you. In fact, in the creative field na, what is going on inside you is where most of your answers could be found. I know कि एक creative person ऐसा होता है जिसके अंदर हर दिन बहुत सारे questions फूटते हैं, बहुत अजीब वो गरीब आइडियाज़ आते हैं. तो इट्स इम्पॉर्टेंट कि आप खुद से उन चीज़ों को थोड़ा सा ऑब्जर्व करो. ऑब्वियसली मतलब इट हेल्प्स व्हेन यू टेक समवन एल्सेस पर्सपेक्टिव ऑन द सेम, बट द आंसर्स विच यू आर लुकिंग हियर एंड देयर, they are all within you. You need to be able to understand that what your body or your aura is trying to speak to you. Always try to hear your inner child. That will answer most of your questions. 2. People cannot tell you what they need. You know, most of the times you people don't even know that they need the kind of work or the kind of content which you actually make. So it's highly crucial you understand ki it's okay if they don't know about my work, the kind of work I do, but it's important for me to put it out there in a way that interests them, and that's where it opens up. It's important to understand that if there is a bit of a gap for that particular thing you're creating, it's well and good, it will work out. But what also helps is to understand the value of the kind of content you make or the kind of work you do, and then understand whether or not your client or your audience actually needs them. If yes, go ahead and put it out there. It will actually be of someone's help, and put it in that way that it fits or fills out a particular gap existing. Try to show them the consequences, the problems or problem areas which actually exist, and how what you do can help them out in some way or the other. And that's all. 3. Don't aim for better, aim for different. It's crazy how the word better and different are so much, seem to be so much interrelated, but let me tell you, they are not. Being better is basically following the same path everyone else is following, but trying to get 1% better on it every day. Now, what is being different is to have a bit of different thinking. See, आप जब रील्स स्क्रॉल कर रहे होते हो ना, you don't want to see the same kind of content with everyone else. Although you know that everything will be having the same kind of attention grabbing thing, but what you want to see is something different, something which you couldn't think of. So yes, in the creative field it's highly important that you be of your own kind. Try to stand out from the crowd and not try to fit in, but with a better approach. That will become an easier approach for you to grow on in your own sphere actually. 4. Big challenges create the best work. So, if you are into the creative field or if you are a creative person, it's highly important for you to take up responsibilities or tasks which seem out of your comfort zone. So, what this actually does is that it will help you push your limits. Every single day, you will be able to learn something new, to do something better or something different, and that's what actually matters. And if that doesn't come up your way, I mean, it's important for you to take up those kind of assignments or tasks which are not easy for you. But if that doesn't happen, self assign those. Take up different tasks or try to create such kind of samples of work which seem out of your comfort zone and which are interesting as well. That's all that is needed. I mean, in that way, you'll be able to push your limits, become much better each day, and yes, be different easily. Because here is the thing, you do your best work when you are in an environment or you get that pressure which is 10 feet taller than you. That brings out the best from within you, and you need to take the best out of it. 5. Aesthetic sensibilities actually matter. If you want to create something different now, you need to be having your command over these four things: design, color, light, and composition. These four are all that you need in order to combine these well, or mix and match in the right way, which fits in and makes you more interesting. Look, maybe if you are into the photography, or into writing, creative writing, or into videos, so you will be able to understand what kind of lighting, composure, color, the appeal, which makes your aesthetics better. Because trust me on this, when you understand these aesthetic sensibilities better, you get to understand a lot. You get to cut through a lot of the fluff which would come your way. You'll be able to add skin into the game. That's all that is needed. 6. Simple is good. जब आप किसी तरीके की फ़ोटो बना रहे होंगे, या फिर फ़ोटो ले रहे होगे बेसिकली, या फिर कोई क्रिएटिव राइटिंग प्रोजेक्ट या कुछ भी कर रहे होगे, तो हम अपनी क्रिएटिव स्पिरिट्स में क्या कर रहे होते हैं ना, वी ट्राई टू इंक्लूड 4 or 5 डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स इनटू वन. दैट मोस्टली spreads the attention of the viewer. What you need to actually do is to focus on that, on conveying that one particular message through that particular thing, and that will become more easier for you to put it out there, and for the viewer or the audience to be able to grab it. This helps a lot, be it in the field of storytelling, personal branding, creating videos, taking up good photographs, or anything out there. If it has a clear vision, a clear message, it will work no matter what. 7. Make mistakes, learn quickly. If you are in the habit of making mistakes but learning every time through it, trust me on this, you will never be having to quit out of something, and you will always make your way out of it. क्योंकि yes, that's the most important thing. अगर आप किसी unconventional path को choose करते हो ना, there is a very high probability that you will face more often than you could have failed into any other thing. But what matters is that जब भी आप failures का सामना करते हो, how do you see yourself, how stronger do you come back out of it? That's what matters the most. That's what makes you stand out from the crowd. And this actually matters a lot. It needs a lot of courage and guts to be able to face rejections, failures, things which do not really work out. In the first 4 or 5 instances, there will be a very high possibility that you will fail no matter what, no matter how much efforts you put into it. But what matters is that every time you learn out of it and try to not to repeat the same mistakes again. That's what will keep you going for the longest run. 8. Value is different from price. Very often now we consider the kind of price we are putting, or the kind of charges we put for the kind of work we do basically for our clients, is dependent on what kind of work we do, or basically what the competition is. But what if you can cut out of the competition, create things which are different and yet unique and interesting? I mean, if it is different and if it is something which solves the problem, then you can charge the way you want. Your value doesn't equal to the price you put. You can value yourself on the kind of solution you provide. You do not need to have 10 years of experience in order to bring in the expertise. You can still do it with a 2 years experience, but with having to learn every particular day, hone your skills, become better at your craft. That's all that is needed. If you can deliver the right thing, you can definitely charge as you want. And this is pretty much the most important tip which you should take out of this particular video. 9. A gamers work with A gamers. If you are a very renowned individual in the particular niche you're working in, it's highly important that you hire people who are better than you, smarter than you, work far better than what you actually deliver. Now, this is the best strategy in order to expand your network, expand your team, and bring out even better results for the kind of clients you handle or operate. So yes, this works absolutely great because you might have saw individuals who are doing excellent in their industry, but still they look ahead to hire much better individuals, but that is not always satisfied. Why? Because they look for people who are doing better than what the particular role demands, and this is what is the most crucial part. If you are able to bring value, you can charge as much as you want, and this basically solves a lot of your problems of the basic functioning of the particular thing you are doing. 10. Real artists create. If you are a person who has whole lot of knowledge about your industry but are not doing anything to share that with the kind of audience you have or put your knowledge out there, then it is not going to bring you any money, bring you any business, and that is something you need to work upon. If you know or learn about a thing, start sharing it with your audience, start putting it out there, start showcasing the kind of writings you have, the kind of photographs you take, the kind of graphics you design. That's the right way in order to approach the right people. Showcase the kind of work you can do so that you can be of some value or some use to someone at some point of time. That's the best way in order to make the best out of your creative pursuits. And that's pretty much it. If you really like this video, do share this with at least one person in particular, or take a screenshot and put on your Instagram story. Tag me there. That's all that I need. I am really waiting for a genuine feedback from you people on the kind of videos I make. Thank you.